Happy Saturday. Just want to come real quick. Gotta go. I got a hair appointment and a pedicure to do. I'm already running behind schedule, but I just wanted to come in real quick with you guys. If you come in the live, I'll greet you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing to my channel. And I hope that I will be able to keep you here. Do the best I can. It's really up to you. But what I want to say is that I'm tired of talking about this. And I'm just like saying people are just so, I don't know, shallow. I'm just going to use the word shallow. I don't want to use any foul language, or I don't want to, abuse anybody with, offensive language or anything else like that. I'm trying to stay calm so the words can flow out of me, um, and get able to land on good grounds. I don't want to do too much screaming, shouting, or any of that other kind of nature. Um, about this R. Kelly witness, people that's claimed to witness certain things, I only just want to say media has always been around to prove your story to be right. It's been around since ancient times. If you remember the people like the Egyptians and everything else, they told their stories in stone, the way they had to write it in stone, or they made the drawings and everything to tell what was going on in that time. They kept data. That's how they kept data. Okay? So, what I'm saying to this person is that if you witnessed Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly committing these type of crimes, as far as picking up young girls at the high schools and being with other certain young girls, you will have some kind of documentation to prove your story at that time. You could take a picture with anybody that you met as someone who worked with the celebrity and say, oh, me and this person, we are friends, we know each other, and, you know, y'all kind of like had some type of relationship, personal relationship, just to come to be a part of this Robert Sylvester Kelly, just to make yourself relevant to this Robert Sylvester Kelly sector, or to make this your story of whatever, to make yourself relevant. Like I said, data was around. Maybe we couldn't do things like we do now, being on virtual videos and talking to each other virtually, using our phone cameras or whatever to show proof or whatever where we were at, or videotaping ourselves at that time of all the stuff that was taking place back then of 2020, 2002, when he went on trial for the porn tapes and all this other stuff that went on in that trial. I didn't follow that trial. I found out a lot of stuff about that trial and this situation going on. But back then, I had snippets of it or whatever, but I really didn't follow it because I was really dealing with my own mess at the time, and I was, of course, listening to R. Kelly music and had my own life issues going on at the time, so I wasn't too much into what was going on in celebrities news, right? So I knew it was going on, but I wasn't following up on it as much as I had been with this one. So in 2022, and even the years before that, at the Kenwood High School, whatever, where's your photos that you took? Where is the police reports that you claim that were, claims against Robert Sylvester Kelly for doing this crime, and you was a witness to some of his alleged so-called victims? He's running around with these young girls. You have all this proof, right? You were there, you saw this, you saw that. I can't go on by what you say, he say, she say. I gotta see evidence that you telling the truth. And if it happened way back then, in 2022, not 2022, I'm sorry, in 2002, and 1990 whatever, you will show some photos of you and the friends that you had, and even the documents that you might have that show proof that you filed this report and you was a witness to this person being a victim to Robert Sylvester Kelly, of Robert Sylvester Kelly. You will have some type of documentation to share with us to convince us that this all had happened. And they didn't take care of it back in 2002 if these claims were filed. It was settlements. We all know about the settlements. Robert Sylvester Kelly himself even said something about the settlements. If you really paid attention to a lot of his interviews when he did talk publicly about what he was going through that trial and things that were asked, and he said, my attorneys wanted me to settle this instead of going forward, which he wanted to do to stop these lies and these rumors. He continued to do his performing, his music, and move on with his career. He was not, his people of his label that was protecting him and everything else were doing the settlements with these so-called women that were coming and saying him and them he had, violated them, or, all of the scandal behind all of that. Aaliyah's mother never came out and said that he did what he's supposed to have did with her daughter. Aaliyah's mother, they said, well, she took money, shut her up, blase, blase, blase. If this was really, I don't get it with folks. Even if that is the truth, she still, when they did Surviving R. Kelly, she didn't want to participate in it. And one of the, at the time, platforms, which was Roland Martin made a comment, and you see where his career is going now. Roland Martin, he made some statement about Aaliyah's mother. So I respect Aaliyah's mother because she's grieving of going through the loss of her only daughter. She would have had R. Kelly by his neck a long time ago if these things happened to have been true. So would Aaliyah's family members if this was true. Aaliyah said it out of her own mouth, regardless of what the government or what these people are doing to set it up to make it seem real to you that it happened. Because they have the upper hand. We're the underdogs. R. Kelly is the underdog. So the government, they have the upper hand. If they want to come after you and they want to seize everything you have and they want to take away things from you and they want to ruin your reputation out here, they have the upper hand to control mainline media. They had the upper hand, okay, to do what they have to do to destroy this man's reputation and his character. And it can happen to any of us, not just Robert Sylvester Kelly. I'm looking at the miscarriage of justice, and I'm looking at the bullying, and I'm looking at people that's sitting in high places doing wickedness, okay? But we're fighting against it. We're fighting against this injustice because it couldn't go on, and it could happen to any of us or any of our family members. I see the injustice, how they just all, stitch this whole thing together to make it come out like silk. The bullying, taking advantage of us little people out here, and even people like Robert Sylvester Kelly, because he didn't want to do things in the way they want him to do it. And they want to destroy him. And have these people coming on social media to keep these lies and rumors going to win favor in media manipulation or whatever they're doing. Well, what they're doing, not whatever they're doing, but what they are doing. Right? So you have no proof of any of these things happening. You have no proof there were any victims. You just out here just jumping on the bandwagon, making yourself look relevant, and you're not. You was not there because, like I said, media been here from ancient times. Like I said, how the Egyptians wrote their stories of their what things were taking place in those times. That's how people were able to get the story. I mean, it may be a little exaggerated a little bit. You ain't gonna get 100% proof, but people are still studying how they survived, how they lived, and everything throughout history. People are still studying, um, you know, ancient history. So not everything is accurate. But these women, they stories are nothing but holes and lies. They just, when I say holes, HOLES, not HOES, okay? Holes. And we all know what their motive was. We all could see what it was. That they disgruntled women that probably been in a relationship with Robert Sylvester Kelly consensually. And when this relationship has ended, they got angry, they got mad, they wanted to get back, they wanted to destroy him, and they all band together and jumped on the bandwagon and went and got some Gloria Allred to write trick scripts for them and try to make this stuff really look like it truly happened. None of them spoke from their heart when they went up there to give their story or to give their testimonies or whatever. They all read from a document. If you know something happened to you, nobody has to give you a document to read. This is something you know on your heart. This is what I'm saying. You can sit there. Now, sometimes, you want to give a speech and everything. Some people do, write some things down that they want to talk about as far as in their speech. Just to touch on some things. But these women did not look him in the face. They read a document. They read on a tablet. The same thing I saw take place with this gymnastics coach. Okay? Gymnastics or whatever coach. These women that claim that he victimized them and all of this other stuff, they all read a script they read something. None of them spoke truly from their heart. They were coached how to address this in the court. The same way these women were coached how to address this in the court. There was no real emotion. The emotions they showed, everything about them was just a lie. That's why they closed the circuit. That's why they closed the doors to the public. Because if they knew they could open up the courthouse to the public when this man was on trial, they wouldn't have never got a verdict of him to be guilty without an outrage. Without an outrage. And these people still try to make this stuff, convince people that this stuff really happened. 2002, when all of this was going on, where's your proof? Where's your proof in 1990 something when you was at the jailhouse, or not the jailhouse, I'm sorry, but the police station making your reports? Where are your documents of your reports? You don't even have none. Now don't try to go now and just because I'm giving this video that the government gonna, get one together for you and try to, dock one up for you or whatever. But the thing is that none of this has happened. The way they told the story, none of this has happened. A whole lot of lies. A whole lot of lies. Okay? You have no proof because you were not there. You're going by what everybody else been saying and circulating with rumors and gossip. That's why you have no rest. That's why you stay on here, even though R. Kelly been sentenced already for 30 years in the EDNY federal court by Judge Donnelly. You're still here because there's no rest. Your conscience. And God don't dwell in a dirty house. Thank you, Melanie. I'll look at it. Thank you. When you got your conscience running day in, day out, you waking up day in and day out, with this stuff on your mind. And you still going at it. And the man is sentenced 30 years and he's been there already 3 years. That should be able to give you some peace. But the reason you ain't getting no peace and you still trying to convince people of your story is because it's not true. It's not true. You was just running with the rumors and the gossip. It's not true. I'm going to deal with it on social media and voicing my opinion, but I'm going to let Jennifer John Jean deal with it in the law and in the courthouse. Because public opinion is really not the law. She and her legal team will do what they have to do by whatever is necessary to help their client to be a human being to society and to do what they have to do to get him home as he go through his trials of his life against these evil and wicked people that sit in high places and even make up laws that they cannot even live by themselves to hurt other people. But there is a God who sits high and he looks low. You see what's going on now with Angelo and Larry. They're going to turn against each other. The lies are going to turn up against each other. So you be careful what you follow out here and how you follow lies and rumors against innocent people. Unless you were there and you actually took the steps that was needed, if you've seen Robert Sylvester Kelly preying on minors and committing these crimes, you have no dog in this fight. You have no proof in this fight. You have nothing but hearsay. Your opinion is your opinion. But I know in my heart, I'm here against injustice and what I've witnessed against injustice. Not only just to Robert Sylvester Kelly. You too, Melanie. Not only just against Robert Sylvester Kelly, but my diligent duty that I'm doing now to serve as for any other innocent person who may be come against this kind of injustice. I'm paying it forward. Okay? I just been following the story about this woman, and I know I shared this with y'all on previous videos, that shot her husband up in that hotel, and people already jumping on the bandwagon. This man, she took justice in her own hand to be a vigilante, and people already saying this woman deserved freedom and she deserved, justice for what she did, and that, she did the right thing and all this. And they don't even know the whole story. They probably never even read the article. They just saw the headline and already jumped on the bandwagon with it. Before I even jump on the bandwagon with something that I seen that was done in criminal behavior, I have to do my research. Like the word of God says, never give a quick answer to something. Always give a slow answer. Examine it carefully. Read the articles. Go back and do some more research on some things. Read the articles. And see how the story changed from one story to another to another to another. So then you could find the truth. Just like the Jodi Arias story, I'm still trying to figure out the truth about behind all of that. For this woman who's been dating this man 5 months, and they've been having kinky, doing their little whatever sex escapades and doing all of this other stuff, and how people came, you know, and said that she was stalking him, and how she harassed some of his other girlfriends, and a lot of stuff. But there's a whole lot of stuff I don't know about Travis Alexander. But I still don't believe that he deserved to be stabbed 27 times, and his throat to be slashed and been shot in the head and dragged into a shower, overkilled like that. I still don't believe in that kind of justice. That's vigilanteism. Like I said, vigilanteism is not my type of justice. It's not. Okay? If a woman has been violated sexually, if a woman's been abused by a boyfriend or a husband or any man, or in some kind of any domestic situation or whatever, I believe in her to have justice, but I don't believe in vigilanteism. And the thing that you're promoting out here and saying the lies and instigating the things against Robert Sylvester Kelly is vigilanteism. It is. Because you're feeding this stuff so much into people that this man is this kind of person, and he's this kind of wicked man that went around hurting young girls and preying on them and harming, and y'all using the word children as well as that. It also can put in somebody's mind to come for him. In the same way these other women did what they did to hurt this man. There's crazy people out there, sick. That's why you got to be careful. Very careful with the things you put in the universe and the things you put out there in somebody else's mind to think. That is evil. Not everybody on social media have a healthy mind. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Hey, the Karate, but I got to get out of here. How you doing, Karate? I'm glad you stopped in. It's very dangerous. And I won't support no evil. I won't. The media is dangerous out there. The stories they report and the things they put out there in the public is dangerous. Very. You got to be careful what you watch, what you believe in, and all that other stuff. You just got to be careful what you follow. It's dangerous. Okay? Robert Sylvester Kelly is innocent. I don't want nobody to harm him or to hurt him. But you do. By the things you put out in society and the lies you run with it to say about him. You're going to reap what you sow. And I didn't say it. It comes from the Heavenly Father who said it. Those are his words about being a liar and a person who commit false witness against somebody. You will reap what you sow. So be careful of what you're out here to influence and what you're out here to promote against someone's reputation and to cause that person to be harmed. I done said enough. I got to get out of here. But if God's willing, I may or may not be back here with you this evening. So you all be safe. Be blessed. Love you. Peace.